Good morning, everybody. I'm Old Man Sugarheart. Today, we're going to start with our level 40 warrior quest. That's why I'm at the beach. Oh, and also, I dipped into glamour a little bit. I kind of messed it up a little bit. I used all my glamour prisms on things I can't use yet. But, you know, this weird leather Hannibal Lecter thing is all right. I've got that going on for me. Like, I don't look completely off. I'll give you a good look once I get to the quest giver here in a bit. This is going to be a short stream today. I almost overslept. I have this problem. My alarm goes off, and then I shut it down. Yeah, see, I look terrifying. I think the oven mitts, weirdly enough, make it worse. Like, if you saw somebody with a muzzle and oven mitts, you'd be like, oh, this man's not allowed to bite or claw me. Because he would do both. Curious Gorge. Gorge. I'm sorry. Hello again, my friend. It is quite obvious that you have been anything but idle in your training since we last met. Your progress is heartening to look upon, truly, but it also serves as to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skills. I fear my worth on the battlefield is diminishing by the day. Yet I am certain that my studies of the Chronicles will yield something of use. In fact, just last night I discovered how the warriors of my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Good morning, spiders. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with an axe, the armies of city-states began to incorporate similar techniques in their own training regimens. These are the self-same techniques that I've been instructing you in, old ones which call upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Yes, the soldiers became nigh on unstoppable, but they also became wholly uncontrollable. And both friend and foe fell prey to their ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-states laid blames for these atrocities solely at the feet of my kind, probably banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it, or so the chronicles say. What I find hard to grasp, though, is that never once during my training did my brother hint at this dark history. Nor have I myself ever seen one of my tribe succumb to the rage that the chronicles describe. Could be the tales were that the tales are mere falsehoods, stories concocted by a long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name. Who in their right mind would seek to sully something so pure? And why would my ancestors simply bow their heads to such ignominy? That my people should be so weak, so utterly bereft of pride is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. It matters not if these claims are groundless. If they prompted my tribe's arts to fade into obscurity, then the damage had already been done. Well, I, for one, will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people will give the lie to the stories that have tarnished our reputation, it shall have to be me. But once again I lose myself in the history and forget the present. If you recall, I spoke to you of my former comrade from the company of heroes, the great woolly beast we have been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose, and to toss a ponds of salt on the wound, fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent residents of Wineport. Were you and I to succeed in quelling the threat, surely the people would see that warriors are not fearsome beasts, but valuable allies. Old, we will win back our proud name. Now let us away to Wineport to meet the captain of the militia. Wow, that was a lot of words for first thing in the morning. Good morning, sleeper. How am I today? I'm a little sleepy myself. Oh, and Spider. I realize I keep calling you Spiders when your name is actually Spider 15. I see the 5 and it turns into an S in my head. And you think it would be Spiderus, but the 1 just kind of disappears. But I didn't realize until last night. Where is Wineport? Oh, it's way over there. Will this take me to the Raincatcher Gully docks? Oh, no worries. Tired as well, but up? Yeah. Yeah, so my... Are you a chocobo keep? No, you just pretend to be one. Hey, Skipper, will you take me to Wineport? Raincatcher Gully. I don't think that's it. So how do I get to there? You know what? Take me to Raincatcher Gully. Let's see if that's closer. Huh? Hey. Then I hop over the bridge. We're on it. We're doing things. With the experience boost on the server, I'm doing my job quest way before I probably normally would. Like normally I'd have all these waypoints like locked down and I'd be here already. Well, I wouldn't be anywhere near here, but I wouldn't get to here until after I've unlocked it. But we're here now. My friends, Wineport is much obliged for your aid. The fiends come relentlessly, and what few able-bodied men we find themselves hopelessly overmatched. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that they are currently left without any man defense. Leave the defenses to us, my good man. I will secure the western gate. Old, you defend the town from the east. Together we'll form a bulwark that not a single fiend can penetrate. Once the enemy has been driven back, we return here to back up the captain. Got it, Old? I mean, once a gate falls completely, don't you just, like, leave it? Let the enemies have it? That's called losing. I mean, I respect the will to carry on fighting, but... There's the Chocobo Keep. I'm like, I see the icon, but where is he? But yeah, I do this thing where my alarm goes off, and then I shut it off, and I fall asleep before I've kind of woken up. I don't do it on purpose. But I had to get into the habit of setting an alarm like way, way before I actually need to get up. That's how I got in the pattern where I can wake up and play video games at 4 a.m. Became necessary because I kept missing work. How many damage am I doing? I'm doing 70s. Oh, I got somebody else's attention. I feel like there's some finesse to Warrior, like more so than there was with Paladin. Because with the Warrior, you kind of want to like change in and out between single attacks and multiple attacks. Because the fact that the last hit of the Warrior combo heals you makes it so that like you don't want it to be the only thing you do, you know? Or I'm talking gibberish because I am deeply, deeply tired. Let me check the tooltip on this guy. If combo bonus restores HP. Okay. I was just wondering, like, can I spam that attack and just heal up? No, you have to combo it. This is the exact reason you're up at 6:25 instead of 5:30? Yeah. What helps you is setting your alarm, but leaving your phone too far away from my reach. So you have to physically get up and out of the bed to stop the alarm. That makes sense. It does. I'm thinking like, should I do that? And I'm like, no, waking up sounds terrible. I think the 12-year safe. We have any of your skills yet. I just heard the scream, and I fear one of the beasts might be loose in the village. Come with me. I mean, I did my part. Oh. Wow. Not gonna lie, that actually looks pretty fun. You monster! Get away! Get away! Oh, don't you hurt that little girl. Monster? But I'm just baseball swinging at birds. Come no closer, old. I ain't scared. I beg of you. I must return to the falls. Not gonna lie though, if you went to like a winery and your job was to like hit seagulls with a baseball bat, that kind of sounds like a fun life. Like, did you see that guy use? The birds were just like minding their own business. They don't feel that dangerous. He like full hack swings it and they fly across the world. It was great. You're learning you just need to get the going to bed part down so the waking up part isn't so bad. That is exactly my problem too. The thing is, like, the evening is kind of the time when you can most be yourself. And if you really, really need that time, it tends to stretch on whether you want it to or not. Whatever has gotten into Curious Gorge? It is true that he fought like a man possessed, but to mistake him for the very beast he hunts. He thinks the child's parents have been feeding her few too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, I shall speak to the villagers and clear up this most unfortunate misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and assure Curious Gorge that Wineport is indebted to him for his aid. Yeah, your energy and creativity is up, and it's hard to go to sleep and wind down. Yeah, so there's this thing where you just get exhausted when you know something is about to happen. So, like, an example, a horrible example, but it's when when I get home from work, I know I have work to do. And so, like, you get hit by this wave of, like, oh, it's finally over, and oh, it's just starting at the same time. Where, like, yeah, I'm done with work, but I have to immediately... We're going to Hidden Falls, are you coming? Yeah? And so... I'm like, yeah, I gotta go help kids with homework. I gotta start dinner. I gotta do the dishes. I got work to do after work. And so after an exhausting day of work, you're just like immediately exhausted. You're just like, I don't want to do this. And you do it because you have to. And then when it's truly, truly over, it's like 8 p.m. Everyone's been tucked in and have gone to sleep. And you're like, oh, I feel energized. I feel excited because, like, for the first time all day, I get to do whatever I want to do. Problem is, it's time for bed. You really should stop. But you can't. I went back to playing Dungeon 100 last night. Because it's a good mindless game to play. And I was just like, I'm going to beat it. The problem is, like, the build I put up at level 90... This is non-relatable content because nobody ever played this game. The general idea of the game is, like, you fight, you get a little farther, and then whatever build you had when you were going through this auto-battler roguelike becomes the boss of a certain level. And I think I found a broken build. I think I uncovered the new meta and I put it up at level 90 and now I can't beat it. Well, please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know I was in complete control of my inner beast, and now I realize to the layman's eyes it may have seemed that, well, the opposite was true. Mayhap it was this very misapprehension that lent weight to the lies that which led to my tribe's disgrace. And if that's the case, then perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavor to reassess their message in light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul crystal. Old, it sparkles. Does the soul of the warrior have aught to reveal to you? Any whispers of import? If only they hadn't forsaken me as they did my brother. Yes, well, I suppose that. I must continue my studies, and your training. I hope to have something new for both of us very soon. Until then, my friend. Ski bop diddly doo. I've learned the Mithril Tempest. People who've been warriors for 50 years have forgotten what this is, because it gets renamed at some point. Let's see. Is it 2? Yeah. Let's just get you on the hotbar. Bloink. Oh, I thought this was the combo. It is a combo. Oh, but gotcha. It didn't light up because I didn't hit anybody. Delivers an attack with 100 potency, combo bonus of 140. Grants Surging Tempest, increasing damage dealt. Nice. Extends Surging Tempest duration by 30 seconds to a whopping 60 seconds. In any case, I hit things harder now. Next quest is at level 50. Now we need to go back to where we were, which is back from the wood. I imagine that's in Gridania, right? Yeah. But yeah, the need for me time is really what keeps me up at night. I spend like the whole day working, and then everyone's finally asleep and I have some time to myself. I'm like, I'm gonna just play a video game, watch a YouTube video at the same time, and not have any responsibilities to anyone. Just for like 30 minutes. 3 hours later, I guess 5 hours of sleep isn't too bad. And then my alarm goes off and my body's like, no, back to bed. I have to like get back in the habit of believing myself when my break time is before the day starts, right?